Hi guys, welcome back again to this channel. Today I'll be talking about the overview of Visa 189, which is the skilled migration visa. That is the visa I used 5 years ago. Now, before I go to the details of the visa or just the overview of the visa, I would probably begin to say that whatever you get here, guys, is not really an advice because I'm not qualified to give an advice, right? So I can just only share my experience. If you need more information, guys, either you check on the website, official government websites, or if you have some migration agents, check with the agents. And so yeah, just I just wanted to clarify that one. And so I will show the overview of Visa 189, and also just really the summary of the process. And then in the next videos I will have a deep dive of those processes, and then we can discuss. And then before I'll show the process, guys, just wanted to touch on the mindset item. So now for every goal that every goal that we start, we need to have a mindset, right? The proper mindset. Now, applying for a visa like a permanent resident visa is not an easy task to begin with. Now, I will not sugarcoat this, guys, but um, today it seems to be, looking back, seems to be, it's the easy doable. But when I was starting, guys, it's really hard. I was working back in the Philippines full time, just doing the visa application just on the sideline. And then you do all these tests, language tests. I'm sure a lot of you would be able to relate. But um, key really is it's not easy, but it is doable. It's not easy, but it is doable. So the reason I mention this, guys, is along this journey of applying the visa, you probably encounter a lot of challenges. May it be monetary. The visa is not cheap to start with. And also the test that you'll be doing, the assessments, you need some investment. So a lot of challenges, and then a lot of self questioning, I guess. So you start to question yourself, why do I need to do this? Why would I just stay in the Philippines? I mean, or in whichever country you are in. Like most of us, we have established careers back home. I mean, why do we have to do this? Why not just stay with our careers? But I will leave that to you guys to discern. So that's why I mentioned we need to have a proper mindset, and you need to basically examine yourself. If you really wanting to go to Australia as a goal, because along the way, things can really be challenging, can really be shaky. So you need some sort of like anchor. So once you encounter these challenges, deep in yourself that I need to do this for whatever reason. I don't know. Up to you guys. Maybe for your family, or for your career, or for whatever reason it is. So yeah, have that proper mindset, and stick with the goal, because it's really a challenging ride. But definitely at the end of it, guys, I would really attest that it's really worth it. uh, Actually, it's I would say, if it is life changing, so not just for yourself, also for your family. So yeah, don't give up along the way, because I have a lot of friends who started with the process, and along the way, it's becoming tough, and then they just put the plan as set aside. And then for some, also some valid reasons, like you have a family, you need to take care of someone, or you're busy with other things, but it's totally understandable. So, but one thing I really just to point out is be clear with the goal, because once you start to face all these challenges, at least you know what's your goal. So it will propel you to really finish the race and complete the application, no matter what. So, Visa 189, guys, it's a skill independent. There's really nothing mystical about it. It's just a process, and the process is well established by the government. The website is very open. It's very user friendly. The things that you will need to apply for this visa are in the website, so you don't have to worry anything. I mean, to be honest, in my case, you would not really need a like an agent for this visa. And for me, that's only my opinion. In my case, I did not use an agent. I because the time, I have to basically conserve my resources, because the visa is expensive. So I studied the process, and I realized it's not a difficult process after all. Us being engineers, we we are very used to these complicated processes, and so visa is just another process that we just need to understand how, and then we just need to get the right information and then apply. So yeah, so nothing mystical about it. So yeah, I hope this video will help you guys with the overview first of visa 189, and then in the next videos I will share the details of how do we do this. Thank you, guys. See you in the next video.
So if you do a quick search in Google, just type Immigration Australia, you would see this link from the official government website of immigration, which is emi.homeaffairs.gov.au. Now, all of the visa concerns would be on this website. So if you're planning to do it yourself, your visa, this is a good website to go. And I would say this is the sole website that you should be going. Other websites are just referring to this. So if you want the truth, just go to this website. So have a click, and then you will see there's a different lot of information in this website, but I will just direct you to the one that we're looking for, which is a visa. So we're trying to apply for a visa, right? So let's click the visa, and then once you here, you can explore definitely the some of the pages here, but for our case, we are applying for a permanent visa, which is our goal. Let's have a look. Now, when you're here in the permanent resident page, you would see the description, the overview of the visa, and then what are the entitlements of the visa. I probably would just read a few. So you can definitely stay in Australia indefinitely. You can work and study in Australia. You can enroll in Medicare, and there's a lot more. So basically, being a permanent resident is almost equivalent to being a citizen, except that you don't have the passport, the Australian passport yet, and you cannot vote. The rest, government services, it's exactly the same. And once you have this visa after 4 years, then you can apply for citizenship. Let's quickly go back to, you can explore this one, but let's quickly go back to the overview of this visa. Um, and then here you can have uh, explore this visa. So under this visa, there are more types of visa. So let's explore which one is applicable. So in our case, um, In our case, we should be, let's go back here, visa. Okay, yeah, this page. So this visa has three streams and then other options. We have the family stream, permanent visa, work stream, and business investment. So chances are, if you're an engineer trying to apply for independent visa, you'll probably end up with this work stream permanent residence visa. So click on this, and then you'll get three questions to answer, just really to filter out exactly what visa you will need. So for us engineers, we will be on the skilled or highly specialized work. So let's click on this one, continue, and then how long do you intend to stay? We intending to stay permanently, and then how do you intend to apply? So independently, continue, and then you'll end up with different options of visa. So visa 189, subclass 189, skilled independent visa, which is the visa I use before. And then you have the skilled regional visa. We'll probably discuss this in future videos. And then you have this distinguished talent visa and then global talent visa. These are probably new visas. I'll focus more on this, and this we can discuss on future videos. So say we focus first on the skilled independent visa. So this visa is for invited workers. And then there's some special arrangement for New Zealand citizens and Hong Kong and British nationals. But for us, uh, engineers, specifically from Philippines, we need to be invited for this visa to apply. Then you can stay permanently, and then the cost is around the cost is 4,115. Now let's pause a little bit on this item cost, because obviously this is a major consideration for people applying for a visa. So I have a lot of friends asking me, how to apply the visa, etc. When it comes to discussing the cost, that's the time they start to, you can see in their face that okay, so it's expensive. So 4,115, roughly this would be about 150,000 Philippine peso. Before, in my time, this was just about 3,600, and that's for each of the applicant. But for the secondary applicant and your dependents, you just have to pay half of this cost. I would think it's also the same in this case. So uh, I would say yes, I agree. It's expensive, but in my opinion, it's well worth it. In terms of the benefits you'll be getting from living in Australia and having this visa, the initial cost would really be insignificant in the long run. So don't let this cost stop you if you're really determined in applying for permanent resident visa or PR in Australia. So this is just one of the hurdles that you need to overcome. But yeah, so I guess a key message for me here is don't be bothered about the cost. As they say, if you have the will, there's always a way. So let's check this one for more details. Um, okay, so one thing I need to point out is this visa is a point tested stream, meaning to say you need to satisfy the minimum points in order to be invited for this visa. You don't need a sponsor to be invited, but you must be under 45. Um, for people more than 45, um, you can explore other visas. I'm sure there are other visas there that you can use. Let me also direct you to the processing time, so because this is important. So one thing I noticed is the processing times increased from what we used to have back in 2015, 16. So right now it's currently in about 50% of the applications would be about 2 years processing time, which is I think it's significant. But again, 2 years is really fast. Um, easily I mean, pandemic is 2 years, right? So don't be bothered about the processing time. So let's go to the details of this. Um, so it's a point tested, and then you have this some information here about this visa eligibility step by step when you have this visa. So have a look on this page. There's a lot of information here, but I will direct you to this. This is the summary, the gist of the process. So essentially, so obviously you have to start the process, right? So once you make up your mind, then you are quite sure that this is your goal to be in Australia and live here permanently, then you need to check now. Now, first thing is you need to check if you are in the skilled occupation list, or SOL. So there is a list. I will share the website. There is a list of occupation that Australia is currently needing. But for us engineers, most chances are we are on that list. So don't worry. You need to, but double check, please. But I would say we are on that list. Now you need to satisfy at least 65 points in order to be invited. Now this is the minimum point, 65 points. And before, just to share, I think this was just 60 points during my time. Then you are eligible. So they increase it by 5 points. Um, but nothing is stopping you to actually achieve more points. Actually, the more points you have, chances are you will be invited as I would say early as anybody else. So that happened to me before in my time. That time the minimum is 60 points. I think that time I got 75 points, so I was invited um, sooner than I was expecting. So then you need to submit an expression of interest, um, and then you need to wait, and then there's a lot of waiting time really on this application process, and that can be a challenge actually, because it's a long waiting time. Things can happen, life happens, and then but stick with your goal, and then you'll get through. So you'll be invited, and then you gather documents, and then you apply. So I would say the most probably the most difficult stages are the first stages. The last one are really just gather the documents, and then this one is easy. But this portion here, this will take time, and I will discuss this in future videos. So I think for now, yeah, that's it for now. Key takeaways for me is really the process, and obviously the visa subclass, which is 189, and then would say the cost is a key takeaway consideration as well, and then the processing time.